Right now, almost all of the money in the market is pouring into a very small handful or out of the exact same chip stocks. Everybody's chasing the same names. And when that happens, it leaves opportunities that are sitting right in front of your face that nobody else is paying attention to. So today, I got 3 stocks that look like good buys right now. 1 smart way to play the AI boom itself, and 2 world-class businesses that the AI frenzy has left behind. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Rashad. I am a full-time options trader, and I bring in the bulk of my income via the stock market. But before we begin, do me a huge favor, smash that like button, and do remember that this is not financial advice, nor is it a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any equities or options contracts. All trading comes with risk, and results may vary. Now, y'all know me and know that I'm going to start this video with a word from God that has to do with money, wealth building, or business. And today's word will come from Luke 16:10, and it says, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much." And the easy to read version states, "How you handle small money reveals." All right, so make sure you do good things with a small amount so he knows he can trust you with more. And speaking of people doing wise things with their funds, I have to shout out some members of the Trader Freedom community who are absolutely killing it right now. And so first off, we have Kathy, who just joined recently. She says, "This is my first share." And so we can see just in the first few days of July, she printed $1,656. So shout out to you, Kathy. We can see Andy had a green month in the month of June, even though it was super volatile. So shout out to your gains, Andy. And Chris says June 2026 results following general subscription trades only. And we can see he printed $19,008.82. And so shout out to you, Chris. And if you guys know anybody who is looking to join a cool community, the link is below in the description to get all of my trades, access to the course, and access to ask me questions at any given time. And then also we have the Bull Premium newsletter where you can get a few setups from me every Friday for only $49 per month. But with that being said, after several months, I finally decided to unveil a tool that I built specifically for the members in the Trader Freedom community. Up until now, it was only offered to them, but as of today, it is available to the general public, and that is Tradeform IQ. This is a website/tool that I built in order to help both the members and I become even more successful in the markets. So you'll see things like fundamentals that are shown visually, a tool to instantly analyze a stock, our stock price calculator, which helps you better determine what price you should pay for a company, earnings calendars, analyst price targets, a ton of options data, seasonality, so you can see when companies typically go up or go down during the calendar year. And lastly, probably the tool that most of our members love the most, which is our Leaps Finder, which takes the criteria that I look for before buying Leaps and goes out and scans the market for you, and then also ranks those companies from top to bottom. All right, so the link to utilize this tool is in the description below. Since it is just launching, I am introducing a introductory special where you can get it for only $19 per month. Okay, this price will be going up soon, so make sure to lock in your price. You are grandfathered to whatever price that you buy in at, but I use this tool every single day in order to make me a better trader. All right, but with that, let's get down to business. Now, first off, of course, we have to talk about the broader market and what is happening. We've been getting somewhat of a chip sell-off, and it seems like the war with Iran is escalating again. And so we will see over the next few days whether we get another re-escalation with a war or a de-escalation. But because of all of this drama, we are in the fear territory, all right? So we are sitting at 42 on the fear and greed index. Now, what I will say is just a week ago, we were at 30. So we are actually improving. But what I can tell you is whenever we get into fear or extreme fear, that is typically always a buying opportunity. All right, now, although prices can be coming down, one thing I can assure you is there is always a bull market somewhere. And so what we want to do is just identify stocks or companies that look like they are in good position. Now, first, let's understand what's happening under the surface, because it's the whole reason these opportunities exist. Semiconductors are now 20% of the entire S&P 500. And 2 years ago, that number was around 8%. And so this is a massive and historic move. Now, in the short term, the market is a reallocation game. For all that money to flood into chips, that money had to come out of something. And so investors have been pulling money out of great businesses in order to put them into chips. That's the setup, and history says that that is a gift. Back in 2000, everybody piled into internet stocks. And if you bought outside of that hype, the rest of the market was a fantastic buy. Now, that's not to say that I believe that AI stocks are going to crash anytime soon. What I'm saying is a lot of money has come out of great companies that are now at pretty decent valuations because of all of that money that left. And now you may start to see a rotation back into those companies. Now, the first stock is a stock that may surprise you because it is down big, and that is Netflix, ticker symbol NFLX. Now, Netflix is down around 40% from its highs. And when you dig into why, most of it is not fundamental. Yes, they haven't had a giant breakout hit over the last few months, and that's the story that people latch onto. But let's take a look at the actual business. And so if we scroll down here to the fundamental section, well, we can see that they are just steadily growing. If we go ahead and we click on revenue, we can see that they have constantly grown every single year. All right, this is exactly what you want from a business. A steady stair step going higher and higher and higher. Now, even better, let's take a look at their net income. Well, we can see that has grown tremendously. And over the last 12 months, they've brought in over $13.4 billion to the bottom line. All right, everything's looking good. They're decreasing their shares outstanding, so they are giving shareholders a bigger piece of the pie as they continue to buy back their own shares. Earnings per share is constantly growing. It looks like they just over this last 12 months reached an all-time high as far as profit margins. But here's one thing that I want to show you. If we go down and we look at the PE valuation over time, we can see the PE valuation has come down quite considerably over the last 4 quarters. All right, so quarter 2 of 2025, it was around a 57 PE, and now it has been cut down into less than half, currently at 24.5. So you are paying a whole lot less now than you were just a year ago. Now, when it comes to the seasonality of Netflix, over the last 10 years, July is okay, going up an average of 0.8%, but it only has a win rate of 30%. So only 30% of the Julys over the last 10 years did Netflix go up. However, from August to basically January, it looks pretty promising. All right, with having averages as high as 6.4 in October and 6.5% in January. But let's go ahead to the charts so I can point out something very vital. Now, I'm currently looking at the weekly candlesticks here, and what we can obviously see here is that it came down and it looks like it's trying to form a level of support right here around the $70 level. And we have the stochastic down here, which is just a momentum oscillator that has just now started to point somewhat in the upwards direction. And this is after it's been pointing downwards pretty much since the middle of April. Now, this could be a situation where we are going to enter into leaps here very shortly in the Trader Freedom community. However, Netflix is typically always the first big tech stock to report earnings. And I believe as of the recording of this video, they have earnings next week. And so that will be definitely something that I will wait to get confirmation from. Because of course, earnings can be more like a crapshoot, right? Even if they do great, the stock may drop down. Even if they do horrible, the stock may go up. And so it's best just wait to see how things settle right after earnings. But if the earnings can boost this stock, I will definitely go ahead and enter into some leaps on this company. I definitely believe we can get up here maybe to around the $110 level again. And if that can happen, then we could possibly go ahead and retest this 125 to the 52-week high, which looks like it's around 135, all right? Okay, but the first thing we need to see is a positive reaction to next week's earnings. And if that occurs, then we're going to go ahead and get into a trade. So if you're in Trader Freedom community, keep a lookout for that. But if things do go well, this could be quite the opportunity, because if we look from the 52-week high to today, it is down, let's see, about 43.48%. All right, so it definitely has some room to run. But again, for the millionth time, we need to wait for the earnings. All right, pick number 2 is one of the highest quality companies on the earth, and that is Amazon, ticker symbol AMZN. Now, Amazon is spending more on AI than pretty much anybody on earth. All right, they've already allocated roughly $200 billion to AI expenditures just for the year of 2026. But here's what the fear is missing. The majority of that money is going into the US, and it's being monetized the very moment that it comes online. So unlike some other companies where they're spending a ton on AI and you really don't know if they're getting a return on their investment, that is not really the case for Amazon. There is an enormous demand for AI compute, and AWS is reaccelerating to meet that demand. Now, if we come down here and we look at the fundamentals for Amazon, listen, we can see the revenues growing considerably. And although obviously we can look here at their capital expenditures, and it is definitely going the wrong way, but we know why that is, and we know that they are getting a return on their investments. But what I want to show you is here that their profit margins are not taking a huge hit with those extra capital expenditures. All right, it looked like it dipped down slightly last quarter for the trailing 12 months, but it popped right back up for Q1 of 2026. And so although they are obviously spending more, they are also making more to balance that out, at least somewhat. Now, looking at some of the options data for Amazon, we can see that the put call ratio is a 0.63. And so investors are currently very bullish. We can see about 61% of the open interest is from calls and 39% from puts. And so that is good to see. Now, one thing I will definitely point out is their IV rank is pretty high right now, which means that the implied volatility is really high, which would mean that their options contracts are higher than normal. And that is likely due to the upcoming earnings here in just a few weeks. And so you'll have to keep that in mind. If you are an options buyer, going to be paying a pretty decent price currently. If you're an options seller, then this is good because you're going to receive even more. Now, looking at the seasonality for Amazon, July is a really, really good month. And actually, over the last 15 years, July has been its best month with an average of 6.34% and up 73% of the time. All right, so that is good information to know. Just make sure you are prepared for December because it looks like Santa does not like Amazon in December as it goes down 2% on average. But then Santa comes to his senses and gives back all that money in January, where it goes up an average of 5.35%. All right, but if we come over here to the Leaps Finder, I can show you here within the criteria that I set, Amazon was in the top 5 companies for today, all right? And so we can see it right over here at number 4. So if we click on it, we can quickly see one of the reasons it ranks so high is that stochastic is coming right up out of that oversold area and is starting to point upwards. All right, and analysts currently have their price targets at $312 for Amazon, so quite the room to run. And even their 52-week high is up here at 258, and so that's still about a 12% move. And the Leap score gave it a 67 out of 100, and generally anything above a 65 is good, and so I like what I'm seeing there. But here we are back at the chart, and I have the weekly candles still pulled up. But what I want to show you here is there is a clear level of support. Now remember, old resistance always becomes new support. And so if I go ahead and show you here, we can see that there was a clear resistance level right here for a very long time. All right, it kept hitting this marker and then bouncing off, and then it finally came above it, then bounced right back down, and it struggled ever since. But that was old resistance. And so typically old resistance becomes new support. And well, what do we see here? Amazon went up to its 52-week high of around 278, and then over the last several weeks, it has come down. And during the week of June 12th, it hit it but stayed above. Same thing for the next week. And then on the week of June 26th, we can see it did dip down for a little bit, but came right back up. Then last week was green, and now we're sitting here in this area. All right, but we can see that what is it, 234, 235 area is definitely a level of support. But if that were to break, then I would probably look at this, what is it, 220 area right here as the next level of support. As we can see, it held as support for quite some time. All right, but Amazon is looking good as we speak. And last but not least, and this one may be a surprise to you, but it is Micron, ticker symbol MU. And the reason I like this stock now is because of the huge pullback. And I'll show you a level where it's sitting at that might hold as short-term support. Every single AI chip in the world is useless without memory. As demand for AI compute explodes, the demand for high bandwidth memory goes up with it. And when supply can't keep up, prices spike as we see now. But here's a few things that I want to point out about Micron. Well, obviously it has an amazing trailing 12 months PE at only 22, but an even better forward PE at only 6. All right, they're expected to make so much money over the next 12 months. Their PE is only 6. All right, a PE of 6 is a PE that like a cigarette company should have. All right, not a leading edge tech company. Okay, and I'm sure you guys already know about Micron's business exploding. You don't need me to tell you that, but we can clearly see the revenue spike that it's had over the last few years. And when it comes to seasonality, you can see for July, we're currently in its worst month of the year. And so that is typically, obviously, a great time. Now, if we look at just last year, we can see July it went down 11%, but then went on a 6-month win streak all the way through January of 2026 this year. But let me take you to the chart so I can show you what I noticed today. All right, so now we're looking at the daily candles over the last 3 months. And this green line here is the 50-day MA, all right, the 50-day moving average. Now, what you can notice is that it came down just yesterday. It hit the 50-day moving average and it bounced up, and then today it had a green day. Now, the reason for that usually is there are a lot of buyers who sit on the sidelines until a stock price comes down to one of its major moving averages. And 50 is one of them. And so there's people on the sidelines like, hey, if it drops down to this moving average, I'm gonna go ahead and buy in because it's a great opportunity. And so I believe that is what we've seen for the last 2 days. Now, here's the thing. If you loved Micron up here, then you should absolutely, positively, 100% love Micron down here. All right. If we look at the percentage drop which definitely happened pretty fast. All right, looks like it hit its 52-week high on June 25th. If we go ahead and we come down here, if we look at the lows of yesterday, well, then it dropped about 28% at that time, which was just over 7 trading days. And so definitely a pretty sharp and fast fall. However, again, if you liked it at the price of, what was it, 1,200 something bucks, then you should absolutely love it at 900. All right, but I'll let you guys in on how we played this today within the Trader Freedom community. What we did is we took advantage of MU being at a level of support by trading the ETF DRAM, D-R-A-M. Now, here is the chart for DRAM. And what I want to show you is we are basically at a level of support as well. So if we look right here, again, remember old resistance becomes new support. And so if we look here, this was old resistance back then, and we can see even back early June, it bounced off of those levels. And well, here we are again. Now, Micron is about 20 to 25% of this ETF. So if Micron does good, then this ETF is likely to do good. All right. And then we have SK Hynix, which is also a huge part of this ETF. And that company will be publicly traded on the US markets here, I believe, this Friday. So we'll see how that goes. But what we did here is we sold puts in the community on this ETF at lower prices since we saw that it was at a good level of support. And we got paid a very decent amount to do so. All right. But let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of these 3 stocks? Are you trading any of them? Are you investing in any of them? And again, remember, there is a very limited time sale on the Tradeform IQ platform. This sale is going on just to celebrate the launch, and the price will be going up shortly. So if you want to lock it in, the link is below in the description. Don't wait, because it will go away soon. All right. But that is it for this video. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.